The founder, GDM Group and Eco-Innovation Center, Mr. Victor Akolabi. Also seated here with us is Madam Iko Oko, CEO and Sport Marketing. Please put your name together. We also have here Hannah Oyebanjo, Managing Director, Redwood Consulting Limited. Please put your names together. We also have here Lulu Desani, CMO Finhouse Group. Please put your hands together. We also have this Yinka Obebe, CEO Pop Central. Please put your hands together. We also have Chinedu Kikuji, CEO Purple Blue Entertainment. Please put your hands together. We also have Ben Iyohan, Head Brand and Marketing Vertebrae Limited. Please put your hands together. And for all our distinguished ladies and gentlemen and our virtual audience, we want to say a big welcome to MarkHack 2.0. Please put your hands together. All right, so without wasting much of our time, we would like to invite Mr. Victor for that to come give us his welcome address. Please put your hands together for me. Another round of applause.
So I need to. So, good evening, everyone, and it's pleasure having us in the house. We feel very honored to have you in the house. It's for me, every time we do MarkHack, this is the second edition. It comes to the law with runs and everything, and that's because I could say so. I wanted to the level where I can bring the person by telling them about me everything to see, and then I'm on the stage and talking. Okay, so we've got to know what that's happening. Only one of the mentors and final duo last year, but she recruited me as a greenhorn as a marketing person. She recruited me in 2005 as a greenhorn, and she taught me most of the things I know. And today she's always here, choirs, helping support me. And I remember when I did this, okay, I should say a couple of things. Those days, so you don't know. I'm a pharmacist by training. Okay, don't clap, we don't do that. So I've done a lot, coming from this. You come to a class and see you. When you start thinking about what you want to do, you pay that you enter the barriers. You think missionary going to tell you, nobody will ask you when you are presenting what to these things. If you don't know it, go to your colleagues know it. So that's the things you said, I'm talking 13, 14 years ago, that still kept wanting to we'll put this together, we're ideating, we go to our place, we are working, wanting in our kitchen, and passing this ideas for the use of things that we see out there now. So to the mentor and to the leader of 15 to 20 years now, coming here around that and I don't think that this is in there. Thank you so much. Official, really getting to know each other today. She's not an Amazon industry. Everybody at the large extent, she's a part of Republican consultant, but we've gone our way before then. We have this kind of Amazon's AW. I think it speaks to part of the things that is happening. And for me, it's rewarding. Moving from that field to this field, that we can have this kind of support, this kind of encouragement, and I think it's important. And I just felt I needed to do this because nothing again. The context. This number will be coming all the way from Philippines to we've got a track, and I've always kept up for years. Nice to be now to become a person because I one of our maximum because Of course, we have mentors in here. We've got some of our selection jurors, some CEOs, and in the house. We're not taking it for granted at all. We're excited that together, I mean, I said something last time, we talk about the industries, but it's not that the fact that being part of the creative disruption about it. So let's be part of the creative disruption that we have to be. We'll be talking about soon here. With the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas coming that kind of said, who knows to do the job you're not going to work. You know, there's a lot of things to do. Some of us are trained by the likes of the people are talking about how people want to do virtual, which means that you're in the payroll, but you work where you're in the that's the new world. You work where you're in the boat. So that's the new world. We'll just shut up our wall. It's all coming. And also, I mean, to all the other participants who are here, I think we've got also downstairs. So quite a lot downstairs. Thank you so much for showing up. And for everyone in our used to very appreciate and I'm happy with that. I'm sure I've talked to you earlier on, but I think I'm just probably talking to next. At the end, I have another friend of the house who's one of our mentors, who and trusted friend and colleague, and I think we've done a lot together with Tola. She's got Tola, and she's not in the marketing world. She takes most of the marketing academies, and today she's the marketing the marketing director. This global. Can we give her a round of applause? And you know, every time we do those brainstorming sessions, and the only thing that allows people to do is provide a working session since morning from 10 a.m. And all the people keep doing, especially that we utilize. I have plenty of my people to feed and water. The beauty is because you need to do well for me to do well. Is that I didn't just get my presentation. Then you can let the people who should be here to do the job. Okay, thank you. Again, it's an honor to come to the second edition of my and I'll be starting with people talking about human creativity. Because I believe in especially something like us, and we talk about what about creative economy. It's not that we think it's a related sector with so much little potential in terms of impact and creative culture that we really understand. That's where this is more with more potential. I mean, places where we've not gone to. Even when you look at sports, where people used to be popular with capital, every time I go out, two people they used to ask me for three actually. They asked me where you can. I say, do you think I don't know where it is? Do I know Kocha? I know Kocha. Do you know where it is? I don't know where it is. If that will pay your friend, how can you be my friend? You know, like everybody knows. Okay? But you know, out of three people, four of them are actually creative from their four. But I'm sure I'm sure like people still may be what you ask me to do. I'm sure and see what you are done, you will ask me, is still your friend? You know, you always assume that if you live in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, all of those people become the past. And I remind everybody, the next time I ask you, people. So much resource for economic value. How do you get it? But for a country that is growing at 2.7% growth rate, much more than the one we think harnessing the brain power and creativity of people will solve huge amounts of issues that are happening in the nation. And that's why this force is very important. The creative economy drives innovation and growth and enriches our lives and communities. We think the things that will solve and make our lives have more meaning will come from the creative economy. And I can talk to you about one that really wows me, okay? It's what you've seen about our content creators. Before we used to have, and my very senior colleagues, marketing directors then, they used to invite celebrities to come for our events, okay? So you bring the celebrities, and because we get them as brand influencers. Am I right? What has happened to the new one? We now have what? Influencers who are now becoming celebrities. So before it was people who say, oh, I'm a celebrity, I'm this, I have conquered world, and this, I am agreeing, and they were. and then you became branded. But today, we have influencers from them. Oh, much your city there. I have also one of our final jurors, I've not broken communication. Recently, the general manager of marketing forced Nigeria to get there for the whole 7 Up group. I have in the house, and I think it is a round of applause. And what I like about him is that Nigeria is a very big man, but I like always show like this. They are training me and making me feel yes, I'm not wearing like so they're like, you know, I'm wearing this traditional piece, you know, wear that and then and many of the brands I don't remember from I used to know them for selling drinks, carbonated drinks. The man decided to go into home care, straighten people in home care, he's going to more drinks now. Now the publicity brand, we're not sure, so I'm already writing ahead for my clients. This man, I was thinking, we're not sure which the publicity brand is going to be people and everybody I'm telling you, thank you very much. Again, it's looking at it that a lot of things are changing. And then what I did is I see people in Hollywood and all that, they're not doing skits. And they're not trying to rub off this called influencers. But people, all they've done is about creativity and content. They're the ones buying the G-Wagons and all that now. No longer the Hollywood people. Okay? I mean, those people are still get away with it, but the guys from Lagos need to go to censorship. They are very themselves on their own. So again, it tells you that when you meander, and they are creating the opportunities are limitless. And looking at that today, if you talk about the kind of body that I talk about, being somebody who employs people, one of your greatest headache every day is driving people's productivity. Having an agile and a very productive work, it's becoming a high performance team, very difficult to grow. And it's become more difficult. You know why? Every time I struggle, especially when I'm in when you check it, people are going to all other platforms and then to obviously on this in the heat. Okay, so tell you that there's so much opportunity creativity, and that is what then this woman here and say, "Come, let me improve your life." And she gave me all these tools. And when I look back at it, like pictures, long suit I used to wear, you say, "Oh, it's like a man. They are coming from Spain." In fact, store in the put you in a glass office in there. This suit you wear. What else do you have money? Put down things, there's certain things about creativity, decision making. All those things are the core elements of marketing that you find out that it's still very you find out about the session for marketing analytics but the world of marketing analytics should be short. How is be able to help how we define the consumer, how we engage them, how we reach them. We have to effect on many of our technology platforms. A particular sector that will rise Next plan. After that, after the month, for 3 months, what do we do in this building? When people in those spend another 3 months, led by Victor, will come in, where we take them. I mean, many of them come with just ideation, and we put that together, and they create something out of it. Okay, so we take them to 3 months of ideation, we bring in experts to come and teach them about marketing, about things that they need to do, how to create a company, how to improve their product, refine it until they get product market fit. And those are all the sections that they give you information to make sure they're able to get some fun. I think my second, that Kayla? Simple, okay, simple. I think you have also done your pilots, I get, but I think you talk about a success story also. We have an influencer marketing platform, and it's very, am I right? Live streaming platform, apologies. You'll be shocked about the amount of interest that you're getting. So 2.0. Again, as a country largest employer in the industry, what's the industry? Okay? And has the potential to create 7 million jobs by 2025. With a major contribution from entertainment and media, that's the reality. And when you look at sectors that, oil and gas is fantastic, but in terms of human resource, impact in terms of number of people, they're not human resource sectors. Market and media. When he gives me brief alone to go and market and sell the hand sanitizer, can you imagine how many brand ambassadors who now have teachers, who teachers now have compares, and compares now? Can you just imagine? And he has given only one period. At times, if you have an idea, there was a time at the peak of running at the agency, I think at the end of 2018, trying to do something about understanding the control of many contracts out there, and they were just very much an explorationist move. We had 9,872 headcount people that were doing acquisitions, in-store, everything. I was like, what? So when you had these people, 28,000 people were trying to do them field sales, you didn't know that. 10,000 people. I don't think about that there are just people doing super time selling, doing activation, running the no. So I think when you actually count your expenses, you will find out the impact you have is much more than the people you invite have an impact. Not before, I think that I need to go understand it. But we think that as we evolve, we must become more creative, we will destroy. Kenya has been continuing growth in 2017. With their own growth rate at average of 4.6% annual growth rate. But how can they even, in terms of media and entertainment, how can we compare Kenya to Nigeria? But it shows that there's latent potential and we are determined to unlock and show it. There's no way. From every area of the creative economy, there's no way we can talk about Kenya growing at 12.6 and then look at Nigeria going way below that. Okay? And so what are the things we see that is happening in the industry? And again, that we have quite a number of very senior marketing people here. There's transition to mobile, digital to mobile. We watched a session earlier this morning where Nigeria is a mobile first economy. Mobile first. People access all kinds of everything streaming from mobile. They stream from mobile. It's almost even more potential than all the other economies of vectors and all that. So there's a lot of innovation. From a marketing point of view, because my opinion of marketing activities. My opinion, I think the cost of is too high. Bring down cost of service. If I really able to leverage the mobile, I think that's one. We have this issue. We need to do more. And I think it comes from this. Not what it costs. There must be a way to get it. But they really involve money. Getting this. I have a friend, this process was just said that one of our friends have been about the day, she was me all morning. I was waiting for about a few days in her car. I don't know. And then I just looked at the class. Where was my own, I should keep talking to you. I didn't want to be you. So I said, okay, hey, thank you. Okay, without and then this guy was the radio, and then it was play with you. I said, what's this guy? So I'm forced to. How am I going to something? All I had, all of this on the they were scoring and you have to use the one. This is what we're not getting. You'll be shocked how much happens in the gaming industry. But you know, the gaming industry is part of the creative industry. Many brands will make a lot more if you understand how gaming fits into their brand. Big opportunity there. I'm forgetting about the other things that happen, but there's a lot more. But what even those gaming apps and platforms done in terms of agreement. Then, of course, new media, we've seen all the new media platforms, global players, leverage to content. Nigeria is king of content. We never get more. If you are depressed, like you have yesterday, just go to your ratings. Go to your ratings. There's nothing you know today. Absolutely not. And they make fun of everything on that issue. No matter how serious it's very information, they bring this thing, another thing is found out, they will design their own. It was brands trying to hold their company. All of you are plugging in. They are plugging in. They are people make up of BB Nigeria and all that. The company is not brand name, 1 billion, 2 billion to your reach. They are plugging to content. So they don't want to hold it. These content people, content creators, billions of naira. Okay. And then what the opportunities that are here? With the of digital and all this, you see that the creative development among the most dynamic. I mean, that's very expect that you should do quite a lot for a lot of people. If you think about the group, you know, it's spread by innovation. And that's what this is about. It has to be innovation. To improve more people, to reach more people, to create that kind of experience, innovation and speed. That can be important. So I'm doing these things I have. Quite a lot. That you, and I think I know how to do it. You collaborate, so you have your client, you have, I have agency head, you have this. It's collaboration. You need to talk things together. You need to do category development. We need to provide platforms for marketing and media professionals. So what do you expect for WaterFront? Once you're done today, we launch. We're going to have the final event. Will happen during the 12th by 7th of July. But what happens between now and the 7th of July? The walkathon seconds where we put the teams together, there are about 1,035 people see that. We put the teams together and then they begin to work on solutions. Say, what do we work on? What are we solving? We give them areas of focus. Then you pitch the selection jurors. Now, selection jurors will select across the stream for people like you go to the mentor net and we have marketing veterans, 20 people who tell me, you don't keep what Nigeria and have this help them the way they do it. Because if you bring something and it's gone online and what's in Pakistan, but in this environment, I mean, we had a session earlier today, very interesting session. And somebody was talking about a big campaign that we're trying to understand what the steps were in Nigeria, but the sources of people in the journey where they are going to okay, and they're doing some actions. And where in the world apart from Nigeria. In Nigeria, the definition of corporate is basic volumes. And that's why the successful campaign, everybody remembers that better than Nigeria. How many of you remember that? So the only thing is that I'm not generator, you don't have life. So concept in the Nigerian context is that it is work. So again, it brings to mind that if you understand that component, they say what you are building, how does it help in this context? That's what the mentor do. And then the grand finale, and there will be a price of $10,000, and we always, after the incubation session, we always receive the rest of $1,000 in milestones for the week. And so when we are participating this year, we have blown away with the numbers. 1,365 participants. 1,365 participants. 92 locations, 72 last year, 92 locations this year, 485 or under 500 last year. Today is almost triple that number in the second edition. 3 countries and 3 continents, and it gives an idea of where collaboration comes from. We're looking at the number of teams. Last year we had 8 teams, but let's narrow it down. So I think I gave you. We're looking at immersive experience, extended reality and all that. 57 teams already created. You're already in the team, some of them are already ready to go in. For content creation, 119 teams. That's probably what to do. Looking at ideas and picking up on them. And then for local marketing. Local marketing targeting, marketing direction of your cost to start is too high. How do we use technology to fall behind in that important? And I think this is where we should have marketing directors sitting down coming to you and say, is there a solution come? Can you give us more money? Is it 10 million naira you need to experiment? Because people right think that you put investment on marketing spend. Let the experiment with you and okay, can 10 million naira help them? Just like you do competition, can they give us a solution that can be tailored to our organization? That's what we see there. Yeah. But the people got us tremendous support. And we want to appreciate it. Of course, not a cash, not a company, but in terms of now, you know, this is professional time with yourself. If at all the organization that are supporting us by giving us the resource, they give creating for people. They're giving us all the resource, and we have 25 meters, which we're trying to do to 50. 25 meters, we do the work, so closing numbers. Now we're looking for mentors. I need to run a outdoor ad of mentors, in our life. So we have 25 meters. 22 selection jurors, 8 speakers, and 7 final jurors. And out of our speakers, we have a few of them. We have before the launch, and then we have the finals, where we have the speakers. And again, we see this support. Okay, so this is MarkHack 2.0. I do hope that I'll be able to share some content of what we're trying to do. This is what it is, and we do hope that will be part of the people driving the change and innovation that is likely to happen to our sector. That will change what's happening to us. But rather, we want to compare the chief. Thank you very much for ordering us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. Please, another big round of Okay, so up next, we'll be having focus areas videos. Focus area videos. And we're going to scan for a period of 15 minutes. And after this, we'll be having 5 minutes. 5 minutes, focus area videos, span for 5 minutes. And after this, we'll be having goodwill message by our keynote speaker.
AI is a really big thing for marketing right now. How can AI help marketers become better marketers?
How many times are we going to we're taking our long form content, we want to move it into short form content? Now there's an artificial intelligence tool. We'll take all of your long form content and rewrite all your short form content for you.
Wow. We're talking about AI assisting humans with simple tasks. Is it a threat? Is it a benefit? Is it both? Talk to me about your thoughts on AI.
It depends on making a if this then this scenario on its own. It's machine learning. It's actually doing exactly a sequence of. So most things right now are actually machine. We're calling it AI. There have been some things out there that are thinking on its own, and there's the light side and the dark side. The light side is when you're keeping it in doing just one task. An example of the light side is if you're going to do scheduling, and that's all the tool does. If you tell the tool, I need to schedule you and Mike.
By the way, he's got a killer tool.
It's a great tool. If you want to just Google artificial intelligence scheduling, you'll see like 2 or 3 of them pop up. They all do the same thing. And you can go in, it's specifically one of them, you choose whether you want Amy or Andrew. And then you say to Amy, hey, Amy, I want to meet with Mike next week. Can you organize it? Here's his email address. It has all your preferences in the background. And we'll go make sure that you are scheduled with me.
This is an AI that's kind of augmenting a task, a simple task.
What does it mean to reality? Imagine being fully immersed in a design or experiencing a new product before it's even built, or meeting a friend face to face when they're really across the world. Extended reality, or XR, encompasses the realms of virtual reality, augmented realities, and mixed reality. VR is next, fully entering an environment to interact with virtual objects instead of interface and only imagining. AR, alternatively, is an experience in which virtual elements are added into the real world, rather than a person being immersed into a virtual world. These elements are integrated to fit appropriately into real spaces. MR is a mix of these experiences, with virtual and real-world elements interacting within one environment. These forms of XR are made possible with an array of devices, including mobile and VR headsets. Most people are familiar with XR experiences within media and entertainment, but many aren't aware of their interactive advantages. XR is already frequently used with facial awareness and projection, including engineering and construction. With XR, engineers may collaborate in virtual spaces to identify necessary alignment or issues, including flat-to-50 buildings design and its interior components, such as HVAC, plumbing, and electrical systems. Construction teams may use XR to coordinate a design and build on-site or plan the arrival and delivery of equipment and materials. For facility owners and operators, XR makes it easier to manage physical assets and to trade from interpret sensor data. This provides more insight by improving operations and performance, and by acting as a guide during retrofitting and renovation. XR is also useful in product design and manufacturing. In the automotive industry, instead of reviewing projections on a screen, designers consider the drivers a virtual model to review the driver's experience and the mechanics of the vehicle. Product manufacturers may use XR to quickly train assembly line workers and machine repairers on new lines of machinery that may not yet be in use. VR and AR have long been used in firefighter training to improve response time and increase experience without the real-world threats of fire, violence, or other dangers. In media and entertainment, XR is increasingly used in movie production and in improving audience experiences with more immersion. Imagine entering a movie, moving around to experience the story firsthand. In any industry, XR improves work environments and networking. It brings people from around the world into spaces, such as remote offices that they've never visited, allowing them to feel as if they're working with peers, partners, in person. And the possibilities are increasing. Imagine joining a virtual event to socialize, interact, and perform activities with others as if in a physical space. As evidenced by these and many other XR tools and powerful increasing and improving.
All right, thank you very much. Shall we kind of see the power of technology marketing? So while the program was going on, we had some special folks to join us. We have Tony Proper Ekundayo, CEO, Sprintivo, and Name Uchi, Executive Director, and Innovation, Yellow Brick Road. Please join me. Next, we will be having our keynote speaker join us, but first I would like to listen to who will come to speak to us. Mrs. Paul, CEO and marketing. She's a potential professional and multi-dimensional marketing advisor and expert. She is also distinguished fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Marketing of Nigeria and a highly respected veteran in the African marketing communication space. She has served as the first vice president of the Advertising Association of Nigeria and other committees in the advertising communication subsector, like the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria. Having managed many global brands for Nestlé Nigeria, she has strong flexibility in adapting global strategies to local applications, delivering accelerated market growth. She is currently the CEO of Entour Marketing, a marketing consulting company with rich experience, practice, expertise in helping brands and businesses drive stable growth with Ifa is also a podcaster and founder of OneQFoodPlatter.com, a food brand that has made a notable impact in the Nigerian food space. She's an author. A recently published food book, Memories on a Platter, is a documentation of the rich and diverse foods and culture of Nigeria. She has served and still serves on the board of several companies in Nigeria. He's an investment. If your hands are not too busy, please put your hands together for making pure to pure.
Good evening, everybody. I think it's evening now. And I was wondering, I said, look, if I'm just supposed to come up here and give a Google message and I'm getting this kind of introduction, so how would she use? It's a pleasure to be here, and also because, like Victor said, he had read this, but brought it, no, it was pregnant. And then we buried it in my kitchen. You know, Victor is just a restless entrepreneur. I mean, I've never seen this kind of guy. When he was leaving Nestle, he just walked up to me on the farm. I think it's time to move on. I said, to where? He said, you know, I need to move on when I have strength. When I do many things. And I see that he has done many things. I mean, there's so many things that he's done, but Victor, thank you very much for MarkHack. Nigeria needed this years ago. And I still think there are many of us in marketing and communication that are still burying our heads in the sand and not understanding that times change. So it's not times have changed, times change. Indication of why I said we're still burying our heads in the sand. We only have one person, Pepsi here. And we have many brand owners, many brand custodians. I don't know how many of them are in this room. So people are still stuck in radio, TV, press, outdoor. And the consumers have moved on. Because I do a lot on social media since retiring some years ago, I practically live. This is my phone. And I see the way consumers have changed. And on a daily basis, by the way, I have even changed. I mean, in the sense, I never thought that I would stop going to the open market to buy ingredients to food. I did because there was something the open market held for me. I think it was just a place to go and distress. I don't know how that works. I mean, the open market is bad, but you go there to distress. But that's me. The handling, the energy in the open market just held something for me. But guess what? I hardly go there. Consumers are moving so fast that we need to respond quickly to that, you know, evolution of the consumer. But yes, we hope that soon enough, the core marketing and communication people will jump on board. But Victor, thank you very much for MarkHack. This is setting the pace, and I believe that soon enough, solutions will come out of this MarkHack that would completely disrupt marketing in Nigeria. Like you said earlier, Nigeria is peculiar. Things work elsewhere, but here we have a different definition of things. And so the solutions have to be homegrown. But let me just, you know, relate an experience I had before the formal starting of this. I think, is it Live Big? That's it. He walked up there and I saw marketing in action. He looked at me and he thought I should be buying some NFT. I said, my goodness, my pension is running, so okay, let's see. So he sat there, did his speech, took me through everything, what he has done and all of that. And then we veered up talking about music. I talked about the video and this that I like. And I thought he had given up. He still came back and said, okay, so madam, can we buy the NFT now? But for me, that was exciting. That told me that a School Innovation Center has done something to this young Nigerian. And he takes time. He's coming in at a point where technology and marketing is not big. I mean, everybody has gone into fintech. But the early comers here, I believe, are the ones that will shape things to come. And they're the ones, of course, that will lead the conversation in the marketing space as far as technology is concerned. I look forward to MarkHack 2.0. I look forward to mentoring some people, and I trust that my team will win. But more importantly, because for me, it's going to be looking at the scalability of the ideas. I mean, yes, we have a lot of ideas. Each time I interact with the marketing community, I see that the same pain points I have are still there. And therefore, I'll be bringing that on board to help that team that I've been mentoring. But like I said, it has to be scalable. It has to be business friendly. There are too many ideas, but let's look at that. But let the ideas come first, and then we then talk about the scalability. So kudos to MarkHack 2.0, and we expect 3.0, 4.0, and 5.0. Let's shake the world with what we're doing here in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please another round of applause. You should sit down. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to have testimonials from past winners, and we'll be inviting Lively. Come and tell us your experience, the knowledge you gained, how you were able to translate what you learned through your mentoring section to winning, and what it is now. Start off, this is the time for you to get your notepads, jot things down. This is your session. Please come, please, a round of applause for you. He's the winner, all the winner.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for this opportunity. I'm going to start this very different. I was not a winner. So I had applied for a white before in 2019. I was rejected. I applied again in I think the summer application. I was also rejected. So I went to the startup. My office was at Allen in 2020, but she was right. I think it failed in 8 months.
Well done.
I kept on working as a chemical engineer. So I want the guys watching this to actually know that when you hear people succeeding, it's not always the first trial that gets them to actually succeed. That these people have tried several times and they have gotten up and they have kept on trying. So MarkHack 1.0 for us was another trial that actually gave us an opportunity and a springboard to actually get our idea accelerated fast as possible. That is why, even up to now, livebig.com is still standing, the app is still growing, and our user is still growing. So this is actually my team. Basically, Livebig started with about 10 teams. In 3 months, we were two got into MarkHack. And I can tell you that after MarkHack, you can see the growth here that we are growing massively. So, and part of what happened after 1.0 was that we launched our first app. We had to pivot because the idea we want MarkHack with was a platform that will actually help lecturers and tutors to issue out NFT certificates for online courses. But then during the incubation session, we got to actually learn that first things first actually was on strike. How do we even reach out to lecturers? So we now have to look at it like, okay, let us do a hackathon for content creators. And we noticed that the content creators that registered for that hackathon were majorly music creators. Those were producers and artists that are trying to grow actually speed. We now saw that why not build an infrastructure that will not allow them to grow, because one way or the other, things that grow, explode, are not usually safe to get close to them. So Livebig is practically creating a springboard, which is a ladder. Let's go to the next slide, please. Livebig is basically creating a springboard for this active not to blow again and explode, but instead of them to grow, to actually grow. So we did our first experiment, our first demo with Jambi. Jambi, first of all, the story is that it was his first time creating music. So his first time entering a studio and releasing a song. And we minted that song into an NFT. in less than 3 days, he was able to raise up to $100 by selling his content as NFTs. You now begin to see that this is an artist that would have waited for at least 5 years. If he started growing his hair at this level, he then would have been at the back. Like as I said before, you will see him topping all the charts. But with Live, you get to actually earn with your content from day one. And of course, we launched it 100% on the blockchain, on our Polygon, on Polygon blockchain. And as you will have it, Nigerians don't have blockchain wallets. So first of all, we had to actually start partnering with other education platforms. We got that kind of opportunity, especially at MarkHack 1.0, to get to actually start partnering platform to start educating. For instance, before we sell our NFTs, we first teach you what NFTs are. We help you take you through all the processes. That led us to now start preparing for the launch of Live 3.0. Now you don't have to have a crypto wallet or what, so you don't even need to know what blockchain is. You just need to know how to play music. And as you are playing music, you get NFTs, and you also earn from this NFT. And something happened that I should share here, which is we launched Live 2.0 October 1st, 2022. And we applied for Giants Global about 7 days from when we launched. And we got into a supernova semi-final, and we pitched against startups from Dubai, startups from China, different countries. And surprisingly, our idea was viable. This was an idea that was not even up to 6 months. And you get to actually see that if you are actually coming to MarkHack 2.0 and you have the mindset that you are already perfected in terms of your idea, your product, and your solution, I want you to come here, keep your mind open as a team, receive all the feedback you'll be getting from your mentors, and keep on pivoting. Most importantly, keep on talking to those people that you are solving a problem for. Thank you very much for your time.
Together for him to So now we're going to our keynote session, and we'll be inviting Hannah Oyebanjo. But before she comes in, I would like to read a little bit of the program to you. Hannah Oyebanjo, she's the managing director, Redwood Consulting Limited. Hannah Oyebanjo is a renowned marketing expert and CEO of Republicom Group. She is also the managing director of Redwood Consulting and founder of the Predictable Future Foundation, an NGO that provides education and support to underprivileged girls. She is also the lead faculty of Redwood Academy, Republic College, and author of 2 successful books. That's Careerpreneur, Predictable Future. With her industry recognition and leadership positions, is a sort of speaker and mentor. Please put your hands together for Hannah Oyebanjo.
Thank you very much. I like the way you select your words. Let's leave our hands. Let's put our hands together, all right? You know, there's a question, keep and words and so good evening, everyone. And also to celebrate the team, you know, the team live big chat. And Victor was just whispering, said, look at his sister. His sister wasn't like this before. I'm like, that's the brand man. Because I heard you say to people earlier, I said, look, I don't want to speak to music people. I got to do like them. I want to be able to connect with them. So I made my hair like that. Oh, okay. Celebrating Victor, please let's put our hands together for this camera. My question would be this kind of welcome, thank you. I have to really come and learn a lot. People, you have to drag me around. I must learn this new technology. People they leave us. And so I'm with you for a long time now. Also celebrate my sister, big sister, friend. People here, thank you, celebrate her again. I tell you one thing about this lady. There's something about her. I didn't know that is starts from now. Every time you speak to people, there's something she'll drop. You will pick something. You will learn something. She's very giving, drawing from wealth of experience of many years. Very selfless. Thank you, Yvonne. We thank you. We love celebrating. I haven't seen you in a long while. Good to see you. Tola, there you go. There you go. See you in a long while. Everybody, there you go. Off this plan. Now, marketing person. Okay, so let's do this. And this coming here, before I start to critique, people are new critics. Some of you know more than what is written there. When I know get my experience. Just to 60. Marketing and leading, and the role it has to play, in a creative economy. And it makes it, that's who I am. Yes, different definitions in terms of what it is and what creative industries represent and all. But what I really like most is the part of the growth, which Victor alluded to 2.7 and your data says 7 million. That's what it is. By 2027, okay. Which means we are actually in there for a long time, for a deep, deep industry. Let me ask for all of us who is seated here, anyone who doesn't have an Instagram account, so you're not on social media at all. You don't post at all. Anybody? And to the guys downstairs, I'm sure they do that almost every day. Every day we post is content, isn't it? Which means we are all now content creators. Any which way. I'm not professionals, so professionals, any which way we are all here. And that's because by human nature, we are all creators. Speaking is creative. I don't think about it. Formulate what I want to say. Think about who I'm speaking to, and then create the content from within and communicate. Communicator is a creator. So we are both creators. Now, the difference between professional creators and amateur creators is the fact that it's more targeted towards any reaction, compelling, getting people to take actions that are confident upon the intent. That makes a difference. So we are all naturally creators. So good afternoon and good evening, creators. So it's huge, advertising, architecture, arts, and crafts. When I read that, I'm like, it's like everything is inside here. And that's why when you said earlier that here, we have got to have all the CMOs, all the marketing managers sitting there, but I think many of them don't know. Again, permit us, those of us across the river, Niger River, across the bridge, when you're mainland, sometimes you don't know the whole things happening here. Probably. I think as this grows, you will definitely see more interest from marketing people because this is what it used to be. Or to be so. Right. So it's evolving and you continue to evolve, But when we look at global companies that are powering this creative economy, you see that most of them is hinged on technology. That's what it is. You pivot on technology, and that's why we are here. I don't know how we did our marketing our time, but that's what it is. And when you also look at the creative platform, you see that Instagram has something too, which is like a big product, Instagram there and then TikTok, these are platforms where creativity is actually enabled a lot more. So about 3 months ago, I decided to get from TikTok. Yes. Guys, check me out there. Now don't check, you laugh at that. So I don't know whatever I touched, and it changed my views, my picture and all. And I'm not looking like something else. I'm like, look at me, I'm looking like I don't know what I'm looking at, what I touched. And I'm saying that on it's live, and I let it there. So you know that yes, when you keep trying, somehow you get it. So yes, TikTok really helps, and then Instagram. So it's all hinged on digital. But let me then stay here in big traditional and what versus the new. I can speak to you on the traditional for a long time before when we grew up, right? About 3 decades in traditional marketing. And in our time, you see traditional, it's called art director, it's not creative director. We used to say Copyright is not content strategist. Graphic designer, visual designer now. Web designer is now experienced person. All of that. In fact, photographer is no longer photographer is what? Visual storyteller. And then illustrator is not visual artist. Really, if you think of it, you see that the trend in the titles focus more on the outcomes and the results, which really just calls out what that person should do, right? All right. Brand manager is not brand strategist. And all of that across board. And that's really very interesting. Well, this is it. The managers, brand manager, marketing manager, account executives, brand marketing manager, and marketing people and brand managers are growth hacks. They are not growth people, you know. Those are the agency people, those are the client side, isn't it? And then you have all the other functions, like in the agency. So before now, you have been 2 legs only. As a marketing person, I'm dealing with agencies. And here I am dealing with different agencies. I'm dealing with creative agency. It started first, historically, creative and media agencies. Then before we knew it, in fact, not certainly creative agency. In the days of Ogilvy, it was just one mega house. Big shop, housing, media, and everything we were doing. Over time, media spun out. And then we had creative, we had media. And then before we knew it, experience came out again. And we had that. And then before, so where we are now, if you have to deal with all the agents, you've got to get ready to deal with 100 agents. And as it is, it's pretty fully fragmented. The more fragmented it is, the more challenging it is for marketers. But let me talk quickly here that everything starts and finishes on marketing. We are all marketers. Whether you are a creative person, you are an agency person, we are all marketers. And that's because we are dealing with customers. That's because at the end of the day, we're looking to get businesses. Once you lose that, you lose everything here. There's no story here. Because, at the end of the day, it's the P&L we're looking to have. Right? So the dichotomy is there, it's getting bigger and bigger. The variances in channels, interactivity, metrics, measurement is another big area. It's getting much more with big data and new data, and so the complexities are just so much. Remember, I'm speaking to now the trend and the future. If I haven't said anything, one thing we must know is it's a knowledge economy as well. You can't survive if you don't know. You can't be lazy to survive in this ecosystem. So if you're listening here, you must know as much as possible. We don't, be, that's vertical, that's horizontal. We must horizontal, and then choose the verticals where you want to be expert. So I want to be an expert. Media. I understand media A to Z. I want to be so horizontal that I know about creativity, I know about brand management, I understand that. That's the only way to win. You must start to do that. You must be able to read, and then judge with people. And like people used to tell Victor, go and ask people, go and just sit with them, take them out to lunch, let them teach you what it is, and then stay on that. I try to create this, but I think it's much more to speak to it. To say traditional marketing and new media and new marketing, how we going. If you recall with me, you remember we started with the 4 P's of marketing, it became 5 P's of marketing, isn't it? And then after 5, it became 7 P's or 8 P's, especially when you are dealing with services, isn't it? So when you are dealing with services, it moves from product, price, place, promotion, packaging, to add people, to add physical evidence, and you add, I think, one more thing, thank you, process. That becomes, okay? And then that's the, as it were, the place, or if you take place is where we have channel, isn't it? Channel is completely disrupted now. Because everything we do now, the channel has changed so much. I was somebody to say, I'm a baker. So I sell cookies. I make cookies in my house. Remember, there are many people now, SMEs. They do things for more. And you order from people, what do I do? I have many options on my channel. I can decide to do, isn't it? To the banner and people, if it's not that okay, this says I put it there, or I do direct, isn't it? When I'm doing direct, I have to get distribution, a channel, somebody to move it. Logistics coming here, isn't it? I get it, in most times, somebody to come drop it and all of that. Now, the experience you get from that selling is not just the cookies. It's the cookies from the experience of the delivery, isn't it? If it gets crumbled before it gets there, or it's no longer hot or whatever, it affects the total perception and the takeout of that product from that product. It's complete disruption from what it used to be, when we were really sitting doing so much marketing. So there are lots of fusions, hybrids, add-ons, and all within that space, especially if you're thinking of the channel. And we're not saying future. And I watched the clip. We all watched the clip now. We saw what AR, VR. For the first time, I heard about mix art. This is mix art. I didn't hear about it. So anyway, mix, right? But in whatever dimension is mixed, right? That's fine. So you will hear more terminology tomorrow. So where are we going? Gamification we spoke about again. Is we are headed where we don't know. But those who know are those who follow the trend, who learn, and who are able to kind of envision tomorrow, all ranging of sitting on their own creative impetus. Hello. Creativity. Life sits on creativity, to be honest. And you think deep down us, like I said earlier, we are all creative. Creativity comes from within. Our ability to be creative different, but we can learn, but we are all creative someone. Okay, so yes, so that's marketing. If you look at the media route too as well, what else will be done, right? You see traditional media, we now move to new media. The future, everything is, is still currently standing on technology. Let me move faster a bit. All of this data, and you skip it, and then coming here and speak to this a bit. Influencer, almost like what's going to happen, what's the future we see very quickly. Influencer marketing, we spoke to that a bit, experiential marketing, virtual reality, inbound marketing, video, all of that. But I made a point here, the ones that caught my attention, which wasn't what I think, and I said regulations. Is there any role regulation is going to play in the future, especially for us in Nigeria? I'm thinking so. And it's high time we start to also think about that. How is regulation going to be an enabler, or what will it do to us? What do we do? So in your head, it has nothing to do, but we have to back to that question mark. All right. But I think, okay, all right. Then, yes, few trends. Yeah, brands are investing in this, and marketing directors are all here. Yes, video, blog, and all of that. But let me break it down. Just speak to my head in the next 5 minutes. In reality, actually, back in the marketing system, how much freedom do we have then? How much understanding for leadership now? Because in our times, really, it was difficult to convince the leadership about certain decisions. Yes, to get the buy-in. As a marketing president, you see a lot. You are here. You see all the. You see where we're headed, and then you go back to the get approval. You begin to test stories because it's difficult. Somebody who is to give you the approval, not understand. They just can't see what you see. So with that, how do we cross that barrier? You may want to do it if there's no approval. If there are global barriers, or sometimes the global directing what you do local, how do we want to say, okay, this will be best for us here, and global says so. How do you cross? It's always been a challenge, will continue to be a challenge. But if you have the kind of examples we have here, and these young men have gone abroad, are winners, and we can bring those winnings here to tell the story, because they weren't there abroad, and our managers were there, our own bosses were there. It becomes easier to pass from there, which is really very positive. So the challenge is some regulation, privacy. I don't know whether that's taking care of it, or maybe you know that intellectual properties, whether we now have the ability to keep that and cover and safeguard ourselves. Financing, thank God we have getting some people help us. Distribution, monetize the content, how we're monetizing content. Is there any standardization? I don't think so. Is there? Standardization? Not yet. So somebody comes and says, you pay me this, I'm an influencer, you pay me the 10 million and all that. So, right, really, really. So, yeah. And then marketing knowledge. I spoke to that earlier, and I really want to give us that. We are all, we got to understand marketing and in building that creative economy, long and short. 2 more slides. Don't worry, I'll go to this. In your business model, if you look at the canvas, you see these are all the major elements in the canvas for your position. And I'm speaking this particularly to the young men and ladies downstairs, who are going to preach. Your value proposition, critical, channel, all of those buckets, critical. If you don't get them all right, whatever you create, it's not going to go too far. But if you get this right, it tells you where the revenue streams are coming from and where the cost is coming from. You'll be really fine. To build that creative economy, there is a process, and I'm very glad you know, but I stay on one point. Research and insight is critical. What you don't know, you don't know. What you don't know will mess you up. We must understand research, not just research, how to, bring out insight from research. Right. I remember there was a particular course I did. I can actually just, yeah. There was a particular course I did. It was a 3-day course. This 3-day course was all on how to get insights out of research. It's been so simple. Insight out of research. This is where we learned how to thread, how to take it from understanding what people say, how to share it, and then how you pivot it into insights, and how insights become content. What to copy? Copywriter. What do they write? If there's a copywriter that doesn't understand insight is a failure, because if you just throw the words around, it's not going to do anything. So reading is a jumble of many things put together. You need inspiration, you need spirituality, and you need perspiration. But in it all, doing a good job, we are on track. Let's keep at it. Let's keep learning from other markets. We will fall many times, we'll keep rising, but those who go ahead, who take the risk ahead, are going to enjoy the mojo earlier than others. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. If there's any, you won't have to go. If you do not take anything, follow who knows road. If you don't know something, look for who knows it, and you will learn it, so that what you don't know doesn't mess you. Please, another before. So up next, we're going to the next team to give us their testimonials, and after that, we'll be having our fireside chat. So the next team to give us their testimonial is Team Simbo. Team Simbo, please put your hands together for them. You were one of our last year, and also won. So winner is always a winner. So if you want to be a winner, please put your hand together.
That's for the online meetings.
I feel like anyways,
This is the microphone that is making the you want to bring the
so yeah, I think I'll start by saying I was really much. I started my whole entrepreneurial tech journey in 2018. Started with the hackathon, agricultural product building. I took second. this is 2023, 5 years ago. Still not seeing the price, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm also I'm not sure this for as a product designer. Well, spent the last 3 years doing shipping products, how some products I worked on based on some website I worked on. There's our MarkHack there's this product called Chimon, the fintech product. And I knew the founder. We used to chat, and then at the point he said something about building a solution around spraying cash. You know, the way to spray money, weddings, then partners and all that. What there's to decide and basically make it right. And so after doing that, we had a prototype running where you try to get on events and spray money. Then we use that idea to MarkHack 2.0 and something funny happened. At the point where we were selecting the final 10 people, we were not among the final 10. So they said they like our idea of the game and put us out. Seeing, even though they were selecting, I can't remember what was when they picked them and just I went to the final competition and I came out second, which was very surprising, but I wasn't in among the president. That was the last time I was elected. And so then, I think before the said to candidates coming to the testimony about they were not practicing process where I made so yeah, I'll tell you how far I've gone in when I started working with EIP. When we're doing hackathon, we entered education. And my initial idea was literally screen at events, becomes something more remarkable. What we do now, still going to create events and people to share and analyze their content in real time, right? Lighting technology like every life in the life of long run. We like to tell people that the section of live streaming, payment, and live format to enhance customer real-time experience for basically anything. Our target market is active businesses yeah. So basically, how we can share your life events and anyone at the time. People can buy and sell products in real time. Within technology yeah, you can do things. Our end goal is actually virtual reality. We have to start with something from now already. We don't do everything to this space. Just because of how much people are in part of the world. So yeah, we'll definitely be going to virtual reality and mixed reality. Yeah, that's where we are now. Right now. The basic of the things we can do is stream live services, like you're watching in real time. You can move communications, both contact, function. Anything that you can do that can stream live, this product. It's already live. So yeah, I think some people underestimate what it takes to actually do software and get it off live and running totally without funds. And I think these are one of the things that people help me do because first of all, you need to start with getting a team. You need to start with hoping they would actually work with you to be where you want to do. You have to sort out the legal aspects too. You have to sort out about the market validation and the lots of and those things you can't just get them anyhow, right? So those are like some key points which is from the 3 months with EIP. So for August or since August we've been building, right? August last year, September, October, November. Back-to-back grading. In January, we have a data platform and try to actually test the market and see what if you are building is actually useful. So in January, a lot of concerts and events, December, January, right? In December, we get to so in January, this transport there is us. We had that we have market actually like creating those like guys are in currently. So what happened? I did some research, deep research and finding out and all that, and I got to get people that are organizing this, had a long topic, and they liked the idea, and they were really supportive of the different set of people that okay, fine. So the day of the event, I remember on my kids from 12 p.m. in the afternoon, the next morning, I used to sit down and point because the concert, you know how big the concert was, right? I didn't even know how much going into the concert like that. And I was just working from place to place, trying to get my platform over there, pushing me up and down, up and down, up and down. Because I mean, everybody was also trying to get sponsor. Then I met Chris, you guys were on Facebook, you guys, you were the official media head or media for the press. And I met the head of exchange for that there might be like to give us this is basically live stream, right? I know a lot of people come to me saying Instagram has live streaming, YouTube has live streaming, why are you using live streaming? How do you intend to check out these people that are here, right? This platform, first thing is we're not built strictly for live streaming. We have Instagram was built for sharing pictures, WhatsApp was built for messaging and all that. We are building a platform that is like that enables us to expand solutions and live streaming, right? You can use live streaming to have appointments with the doctors. You can use live streaming to attend concerts, to attend community schools. You can use live streaming to sell products, which is live from our show how it works. Currently, how to product our platform. So yeah, looking for us to be able to get and give us permission to stream. And because we couldn't post any post that was very marketing before then, because the launch was so literally said it was fine. And how to start pushing our code. And this is the backend we had. The backend of our product, this is 131 participants. Basically, then after 4 hours, we were able to get this or this number of people that joined and actually attended the concert. This is our social media, TikTok. We have over 25,000 views on yeah, so what we did is we took excerpt from our post and put it on our TikTok. And a lot of comments, I can attach to that now, but it's a lot of comments simple. I really like this, where can I watch people? So basically, people are actually interested. A post of I think after 1,000 views, TikTok, really very nice. So our partnership is made and all this are from people especially this is my team. So yeah, we're trying 6. One of the developers on our team is X work on writing the big stuff or engineering is also strong. Yeah, here we are. I'm proud.
Thank you, Kinsey. You can all see traction and projection. They money. All right, so now we're moving on to the client side chart. Can we please start making the stage ready so that we can follow our guests. Okay, so for our client side chart, rather, we'll be having Lolu Desai. She's the CMO, Think House Group. Please put your hands together for our and we would also be having Babatunde Fattad. He's the Senior Extended Reality and Meta Engineer for NCN. Please put your hands together for me. Have a fantastic role. And following this fireside chat today, is the Director, Innovation, Growth and Strategy for GBN Group. Daniel Otunlalu.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Real quick, by a show of shout, can the teams downstairs just make a quick shout so that we know that you're following us? Okay.
I wanted that mic.
We can't hear you upstairs.
Okay, the guys don't.
Yes, we can't hear you upstairs. Can you make that shout a bit louder? All right. So just to let you know that we are with you, and of course, thank you for joining us and staying with us. Also, real quick, before we start our session, you can also connect with us on our social media. That's the MarkHack on Instagram, also on LinkedIn, and every other platform, so that you can get updates of what we're doing here. And of course, you get the first to be informed of our events. Thank you very much for joining us on this session. The purpose of this session is just for us to have a quick conversation, talking about the role that the creative economy has as it relates to marketing. And then, of course, to see how you can also be able to give pointers, especially for our teams downstairs, to help them have a better perspective of what they are working on, what they are supposed to be doing. And of course, coming from people such as yourself, experienced in that space, how exactly are they able to go about, putting together their ideas and brainstorming and working together as a team. All right. So before I go ahead, quickly my questions, let me just do a quick read just to help us understand the amazing individuals that we have here up on the stage. I'm going to start with Babatunde Fatai, who, of course, leads extended reality, he-led extended reality and metaverse team at PwC Experience Center, where he has had the chance to work with multinationals, captains of industries, government officials, clients, and helping them understand, quantify, and of course, implement scalable and innovative solutions, leveraging immersive technology and spatial computing. We also host a podcast called XR Atlas, where it discusses pressing issues, explore interesting ideas, and with pioneers, leaders, brands, and creatives in the XR, AI, and the metaverse space as well. For him, he loves working on impact-related projects, and he's an avid learner, a space lover, and a philosopher. And of course, he has been with us in MarkHack 1.0, where he was a mentor. And of course, we are happy to also have him here again for MarkHack 1.2. Please, again, ladies and gentlemen, ask to care about for about the time. All right. Also, here, right by my side here, I have the beautiful Loli Desalo, who is the CMO of Film House Nigeria. So she is a seasoned marketing professional with over 15 years experience in brand building and strategic partnerships across various industries, including entertainment, banking, and technology. Her extensive knowledge of consumer equity has enabled her to massively drive conversations, conversion, enhance marketing performance, and provide leadership to all our executive roles. Our professional career began in the UK, where she served as a marketing executive at Empower before moving to Incisive Media, where she managed the team that delivered some of the most impactful campaigns for the 2012 London Olympics. She later moved to Tiny Oak London, where she did international marketing and subscription growth for over 60 time-in brands. A train of successful initiatives projects such as the Film Gala with Moe and Shandong, and Women with Sterling Bank. I work as the group head of marketing for Females Group as the head of Oracle in Vivo, Nigeria, as one of the top professionals in the country, helping entrepreneurs scale up. Here, she spearheaded the marketing setup for Warner Bros. Empire Entertainment, the 20th Century Fox in West Africa. Lulu's passion for growing companies is driven by our understanding that the perception of a brand is its most powerful asset. With our experience working on campaigns and strategy with brands like MasterCard, Nokia, Chanel, Cartier, NSE, L'Oreal, Sainsbury's, Johnson & Johnson, you know what? Let's just do our rest together. We continue with it. But this is just to let you know that the people we have here are knowledgeable and they are fed us, especially when we talk about marketing. You will notice that we're bringing two worlds together. We have marketing and we have, let me call it the extended reality. So we have the better ones at marketing. But that's basically what we're trying to do here, to see how we can, use technology to redefine marketing as a whole. And that's what MarkHack is all about. But, first of all, I want you to help us decipher, especially just like Miss Anna just said about mixed reality. A lot of times people throw the word metaverse, extended reality, augmented reality, and all that. Quickly just help us demystify that bit and help us make sense of it.
Thank you very much. How are you guys doing? Okay. Let me demystify. I'll try my best to demystify virtual reality of mixed reality, right? I think most of us here are familiar with virtual reality, which is basically the classes everyone knows, right? So virtual reality is basically you going into a virtual world completely. So you are taught off from this particular world and you are totally immersed there. For augmented reality, it is actually the opposite. Instead for you to go into a virtual world, you are actually bringing the virtual world to you. So basically, you put a virtual top here, interact, even your Instagram filter, that is augmented reality, because you are putting virtual face filters from your face. So that's basically augmented reality. Now, mixed reality is when both meet, right? And that is when you are both in the virtual world, but also in the real world simultaneously. And one important device that actually does that is the Microsoft HoloLens. For Microsoft HoloLens, the people that use it are not consumers, they are industries. So say you are in your office and you put on the HoloLens, you can basically virtualize the office. You are right there in your office and you can also augment it. Say with the data from all your companies, say you are actually working on complex equipment. You can bring someone in from, let's say, London. The person stands there with you. Now that is the virtualization process. And you can also augment on the thing right there, bring the machine there and try to work on it.
Yeah, thank you very much for helping us do that. It's the big production. Lulu, I also want to show this at you to say that the Nigerian market space help us understand the role of marketing as it relates to content creation and content marketing as well.
Can you take that question again? Sorry.
Okay, I'll say that in the Nigerian marketing space, especially looking at your extensive experience working with programs like Wonderful, how are you able to use marketing to interpret the stories? How are you able to market content as the cases? How are you able to bring to consumers interest? Some of the stories, some of those content. How do you bring marketing to content?
Okay, so I'm just going to answer that by saying one word and tell everybody the first time. Localization. So I'll take Film House as an example because obviously it's a content company. Film One is the brand for Film House. And what we do is we sell content. We sell international content as well as local content. But guess what? With both, we still have to localize. I'll take the first one, international, and then I'll take the second one, which is local content. So for international content, there are several ways that we, bring international content to the Nigerian consumer. One of the ways that we do this is that we book trailers. So for instance, let's say Aquaman. The Aquaman trailer, we would understanding. But best believe that most Nigerians, they understand the English, but they cannot connect the storyline. So what we have started to do is that we started to localize the trailer. So it's still the picture, but you hear Yoruba, instead of English, or you would hear, broken instead of English. So that's one way that we localize our content for the Nigerian market. And that generates interest. The fact that we can even do things like that in the first place, makes a lot of people want to come and see, see the longer
the feature film, in the cinema. Secondly, I'll take a local film like Africa Street, which obviously is broken English, and Yoruba. And you're probably thinking, why do you need to localize that? Okay, that's Booker Street, and also think about, say, Blood Sisters, not our title, but a local title, Blood Sisters or People Voice. As much as you think it relates to everybody, the creative industry has grown so much that we forget that we're making content very different from how we used to make it back then. And therefore, it doesn't connect as much as we think it does. So how do we get those numbers? Like, for instance, Battle of Booker Street broke every record, right? The highest box office record. If you go on YouTube, you see even more localized content, skits, and mini series promoting that one thing. So I don't know if you understand what I mean. Battle of Booker Street seems like it's, it's homegrown, it's localized, it's a local language. But, some of our nannies and our drivers still cannot connect because it's now elevated from what they used to. So how do we market things like that? We localize it even more. We create, little series and skits that are very, very take the horse to the water. And that will generate a lot of interest for these films. So I think the answer is creativity and localization.
Thank you. Can we just give our round of applause? I think that, like, what was your said. Speaking of localization, Baba, today, how can we make this technology that we talked about, the AR, the opulence, and every other thing, how can we make it relatable to a typical Nigerian? How can we make augmented reality or part of the Nigerian consumer experience?
Thank you for that question. I think it is important when we are talking about these technologies to not define it to the extent to which we see in the movies. Because when we do that, we start bringing an unrealistic expectation to the minds of the society. So when the expectation does not meet the technology, there is some sort of shift in mindset, and that does not help the people that technology is supposed to influence, right? So let's bring it back to reality. Right? So back to reality, I will use what MTN currently does, right? So customer is in, our customer definitely, that's the reason we exist, right? And you cannot just write a million Oculus headsets and show it out and say, oh, customers, put it on, it is the metaverse. If you go outside currently and ask anybody selling people or something like that, what is the metaverse? What is here and what is there? And you can count benefits and write it down as a list. I'm going to explain it to you now, but that does not convert anything to us, right? So the way MTN has done it so far, we try to teach the masses. And what we gathered about approach has looked like is when MTN is sponsoring an event, before, yes, we do have the stand. We show you our products. But now we are augmenting that with virtual reality experts, augmented reality experts. So at an average event, we have 4 to 8 people coming there. It is not just about telling them, oh, we need to do this and this to do that. It's also putting them through the experience, showing them our metaverse faces, showing them this is how to use virtual reality. Now, it's easier to explain to a person that has experienced it, explain the possible impact to that person, compared to a person that hasn't experienced it, that just say, oh, virtual reality is going to virtual. So the best way is to the best of my knowledge, is to actually bring the technology as low as we can to as many people as we can. Right. So you can ask the question you've been able to capture it in your way. And if I understand you right, and maybe you can then correct me. What we're trying to say now is creating an experience for people is the best way to get them to understand technology. Yes. Not just creating an experience for them, but creating that experience at a level that you'll be able to assimilate and understand. It is not just about huge thousands. For example, MTN CEO, so MTN CEO cannot just go out there and say, oh, this. It is actually, it puts in a strategy. And that strategy actually boils down to the average customer. Like I said when I started speaking, customer experience. And you need to meet customer where they are comfortable, right? You have to migrated to 4G, for example, and we are talking about IoT, or we are even talking about AI, right? It is not that technology is not interesting. It is that you need to bring that technology down to useful, yes. All right. A quick follow-up question: is it possible that you share with us an instance where technology is broken down to a bit more so that people can okay? So we may start with 1,001 things that AI can do, right? If you go online now, people can get AI can automate something that they are not running. But OpenAI did not go about looking for the largest company and I don't know, telling them that AI can see. They made it available for everyone. And when they made it available for everyone, the problem that concerns me are addressed AI. So if it is added to everything, and that's the person that does marketing and they have to prepare a flyer every day. Now, that particular aspect in terms of what sort of AI lens, you get your content of 2020, everything, and you put it on ChatGPT that this is my content from 2020. Produce content for 2021, following tone diagram. You would have new contents, right? So the way that they brought AI to everyone was less about AI will change the future. It is not about this is music millions. All right. I think what you're saying now is let's make it solve a single person's problem. You cannot just like you said, the customer is in. If you can identify the problem that I am facing as an individual and use technology to solve it for me, it makes it what that technology is. That's so insightful. Speaking of experience, how do we it's just funny the way you do that, feel like seriously. All right, but I think you might be able to share more light on how you are able to localize experience also. Especially because we gave an instance talking about the movie just Aquaman. How are you able to create a localized experience from an international phenomenon, just like you said, aside from creating content around it?
So I think
okay, I don't know all right, so I'm saying, speaking of experiences now, how are you able to localize experience?
Collaboration.
All right.
Yeah. So, we're all creative, but we're creative in different industries. In my industry, we don't have ATM money. So, we collaborate. We have collaborated with so many brands. Even though we've collaborated with so many brands, it's still very big. The people that we collaborate with people that don't bring our vision to life. We see what they do internationally. We have those meetings. We know what every market has to do. But we always tell them that Nigeria is such a unique market. And the thing about Nigeria and Nigerian consumers, we don't really follow the underdog. People say, if you check your consumer behavior, Nigerians like winners, right? So what we try to do around international releases, especially when the target is really high, is we eventize the entire release. We make sure that there's boom in every part of the marketing campaign, from the influencers. We don't just want them to say something online, we want them to create drama, to the PR campaign, and then the big events. Film house, for one. And the one thing that we do well, is do big events. In fact, we started this whole Premiere thing. Premiere is one of the ways that we create the experience, for our consumers. And that experience starts before you even come and watch the movie. Whether you're invited to the premiere or not, you're seeing it online. You're somehow part of that experience. And then when you come to the cinema, We also want to create experience for you that you won't forget. For instance, we just did something, we do something regularly called, I can't remember the name, where you find stuff around the cinema or find gifts under your seat, scavenge your heart. So that's part of creating experiences while you're in the cinema. We also try and create experiences online as well. But I think that a lot of Nigerian brands forget to create online experiences for their customers. So we can talk about that a little bit later. So we're too reliant on social media. Social media is great, but we're too reliant on that.
All right, I mean, that's also insightful, especially since you said we're too reliant on social media. But I think a lot of people would probably, argue otherwise and say that's usually the contrary where people talk about marketing. People would say if you're not online, you've not started marketing yet. So can you just share with us how else do you think we can go about it if not social media?
Social media is great. We use social media for a lot of things, but then there's social media and there's online. Digital marketplace is very different from social media. I'm going to explain it and then I'll give you an example. Data, everybody says data, and data truly is king. A lot of companies that are established today that are doing finance and content and all of that, some of them, their real KPI or their real end game is just data. Just to show you how important data is. Well, because of social media, we stopped building our database. Because, and this is not for big companies, but for medium-sized to small companies, and even some big companies, we're still reliant on the comments and the DMs that if you took that away today, how are you going to reach your customers? I am a certain, my age group, we came up on Facebook. And when I left Facebook, a lot of businesses lost my top down because even if you decide to follow me to Instagram, you have to start again and you have to find me again. But if you build your database, and you can do this in so many intelligent ways at every touch point of the consumer, if you build your database, you're foolproof. Social media is there or not. So whether Instagram is hot today or not hot today, you're good. Everybody knows how COVID affected the film industry, especially cinema. And we're not the best yet, but we're really, really trying. But just imagine that we couldn't reach our audience because they were not coming to cinema, or because, now we don't have anything to say to them on social media. What then? We don't have their email addresses, we don't have their phone numbers, and so on and so forth. What we're sending them free popcorn to their addresses during COVID. How can we do that? Because we know our customers, we're building our database constantly. So please, social media is very important, but you have to get your own data. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. And I think that's the research here as well. Making your data, we are really relying on social media. I think that's also very, very helpful. Papa, today, I'm going to just circle back to you. So also, hear your thoughts as it relates to partnerships and collaborations. How does that help the creative economy, especially in this part of the world?
Thank you very much. Okay, so for me, I would only be able to speak from technology aspects. And when it comes to technology aspects, I think it is very, very important to know that no one is God in any sense. So you cannot own all the technology. You are not Google, for example. You are not Microsoft. Even Microsoft too do not own all the technology. So it is important to always partner. So identify your own weakness. First, identify the goal. So if the goal is to train your workers, 100 workers with AI, and you don't have the capability in-house, right, in-house, and possibly you do not have the funds to train an AI model, right? You collaborate with a startup, a company that has that technology, and it will be win-win in an aspect. So for me, at least when it comes to this sort of technology, AI, VR, everything, when it comes to creating experiences and every other thing, partnership has been key because only anybody can own everything, right? You just have to identify the goal, and if you cannot achieve it yourself, then partner with people that have the strength.
All right, thank you very much. Just a quick run through of all that I think we've got gathered here today. I think we started by talking about localization, how it's important for us to ensure that whatever it is that we're pushing, it's relatable to the common person, our consumers in this market. And then, of course, you had also talked about showcasing what you have, whether it's VR or it's AR, rather than just talk about it, it's important to show it. And then, of course, not just showing it, you need to create an experience around it, an experience that can help you sell it, that can create excitement around it. And then, of course, we talked about collaboration. You have because everybody has all the technology. And then you have also said that our collaboration has helped you to be able to get your cinema goers to be able to get themselves drawn into the movie even before the films themselves are actually. Yes, it's important to know that competition here as well. I want to thank you for joining us in this center. I think it's been insightful. We have learned, everyone has learned, and I'm sure that the guys downstairs are also learning a couple of things that I can also apply to their plans or their projects and their solutions as well. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Another round. You've not learned so much today. All right. So we call founder Eco Innovation Center and GDM Group to come give us the vote of 10. Let's invite Victor Kolami and please the hands are not to be. Next week.
Thank you. If the time, because it's not before, we thought the city should be out, but I think it's so we will run up now. I mean, it's a hard stop. There's supposed to be Q&A question and answer, but we need to do the generation that are placing their head will have that way. No, so far, I'm not getting this. Look, I want to. How is it? Next time you see me, I will look at Thank you for the past actually colleagues. My final juror, my mentors, selection jurors, and everyone that came from the press to people. Thank for he was around yesterday. I think you're going to Marrakesh, right? Marrakesh, thank you. I think you're also going to my privilege. It's not yet out, but I can tell you, it's one of the people that was around yesterday, which I think I've never seen Pritibo before. Pritibo is the first guy. Let me do a confession. There was the time I walked into the office and I got my phone and said, that Pritibo guy. Then smart cheap. You try to tell me, you don't get it. I expand it while I was tired. So now, I mean, he came around to picture yesterday. We had another picture yesterday. Wanted, but one has something people sent in their profiles. 35 people paid. A lot of people that are having an expense paid trip tomorrow for 4 days, May 29, Marrakesh. Who is sponsored from Galatex? Thanks for coming out. Principal to the world, and it's also one of the candidates, I'm sure, I think from my kid, that will also have an expense paid trip to Dubai to also go and pitch to global audience. Those are the things happening here. All expense paid, flight, hotel, feeding, everything. It's good to see. We of course not for next session. Not to pitch, okay. Much more than that. So thank you. I'm very likable. I mean, we want to have cocktails, but I can. Sorry, too cool, man. Yeah, I don't even go for events. Is a negative. So on that note, we have cocktails downstairs. We try to sell excellent cocktails. You have all these mentors. The only thing is go to the top table, you collected the card to complete network with people, ask questions. You don't want to keep people officially longer than this, or you have the whole of the time to keep networking, talking, exchanging cards, very ideas, asking questions, because of officially how you had from the community itself. Thank you every time, everyone. It's time to talk. but you shouldn't come in very good time. And it will always come to feedback. Just so that you know the beauty of God, very good for our speakers. I'm sure this is much online. I think reflect quite a lot on the people out there. Thank you very much. And you have a rest with you. And I think also the final, where we crown the new winners of MarkTech Industry on the 7th of July in your region. Thank you very much. Good evening. VIPs, and we have a picture of the media wall for the press. All the VIPs, the mentors. Can we all go to the media process? So the champion was our speaker, our keynote, fireside for me. Let me down at the media wall to take your official photo. The photo journalist is waiting. Today, you can take a video.